Hello, tennis fans around the world, and welcome to what promises to be one of the most exciting, dramatic, and highly anticipated matches of the 2026 grass court season. The tennis world is watching closely, and for good reason. Today's showdown is about much more than a simple first-round match. It's a story of ambition, resilience, redemption, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. The date is June 2nd, 2026. The venue is the historic Edgbaston Priory Club in Birmingham, England, a tournament rich in tradition and known for producing unforgettable moments on some of the finest grass courts in the sport. At the center of the spotlight stands the pride of the Philippines, Alexandra Eala, beginning her grass court campaign against one of the most experienced and dangerous players in the field, Australia's Priscilla Hon. If you've been following women's tennis over the past few years, you already understand why this matchup has attracted so much attention. This is not just another match. It's a defining moment for both players. Eala arrives in Birmingham carrying the hopes of an entire nation. As one of the tournament favorites, she enters with enormous expectations. Every opponent sees her as a target. Every match comes with added pressure. Victories are expected, while losses become major talking points. The transition from Roland Garros to the grass courts of England is one of the toughest adjustments in professional tennis. Just days ago, both players were competing on the clay courts of Paris. Now they find themselves on one of the fastest surfaces in the sport, where points are shorter, bounces are lower, and reactions must be instantaneous. Tennis rarely gives players time to reflect. 1 week you're sliding across clay. The next, you're adapting to a completely different style of tennis. That challenge sets the stage for another chapter in a rivalry that has quietly become one of the most intriguing on tour. Part of the excitement comes from the fact that Eala and Hon know each other's games extremely well. This will be their third career meeting, and the rivalry stands perfectly balanced at 1 victory apiece. Their first encounter came during qualifying at Roehampton in 2023. A fearless young Eala produced an impressive straight sets victory, winning 6-2, 6-4, and announcing herself as a rising threat on faster surfaces. But Priscilla Hon responded a year later. When they met again in Ningbo, China, Hon delivered a tactical masterclass, earning a convincing 6-4, 6-3 victory and proving she had discovered ways to disrupt Eala's rhythm. Now comes the deciding chapter. Only this time, the stakes are much higher. Eala is no longer the emerging prospect trying to make a name for herself. She enters Birmingham as one of the tournament's biggest attractions and one of the fastest rising stars in women's tennis. Her confidence continues to grow. Her game continues to evolve. And her success on multiple surfaces has convinced many analysts that she possesses the tools necessary to compete with the sport's elite. Hon, meanwhile, arrives with a very different role. She is the experienced veteran, the dangerous outsider, the player capable of upsetting expectations. While her grass court statistics may not immediately stand out, her aggressive style, tactical awareness, and ability to absorb pressure make her a threat to any opponent. On grass, where momentum can shift in a matter of moments, experience becomes one of the most valuable assets a player can possess. That is what makes this matchup so compelling. It is the perfect collision of narratives. The rising star carrying enormous expectations against the experienced competitor determined to spoil the occasion. The Birmingham tournament itself plays an important role in this story. Far more than a simple Wimbledon warm-up event, it serves as a proving ground where players discover whether their games are truly ready for grass court success. Everything changes on this surface. The ball stays low. The pace increases. Reaction times shrink. Long baseline exchanges become less common. Every movement matters. Every decision carries greater importance. Grass court tennis is often described as high-speed chess, where one hesitation can completely alter the outcome of a match. And that reality makes this contest even more fascinating. For Alexandra Eala, Birmingham represents an opportunity to prove that she is no longer simply a talented young prospect. It is a chance to demonstrate that she can thrive on every surface and continue her climb toward the highest level of the WTA Tour. To understand why her presence in Birmingham has generated so much excitement, it's important to appreciate how remarkable her journey has been. Eala has become one of the most influential figures in Southeast Asian tennis. For decades, the sport's traditional power centers have been concentrated in Europe, North America, and Australia. Yet Eala, representing the Philippines while developing her game at the prestigious Rafael Nadal Academy in Spain, has challenged those expectations and inspired a new generation of players throughout the region.
Her rise has
been built on consistency, determination, and steady improvement. Tournament after tournament, she has demonstrated the physical endurance, mental strength, and tactical maturity required to compete at the highest levels of professional tennis. Perhaps most importantly, she continues to improve. And that may be the most dangerous quality of all. As she steps onto the grass courts of Birmingham, she carries more than just a racket and a ranking. She carries momentum. She carries belief. And she carries the hopes of millions of fans eager to see how far this remarkable journey can go. The stage is set. The rivalry is tied. And another chapter is about to begin. Competing consistently at a high level is challenging on any surface, but grass presents a unique test unlike anything else in professional tennis. For Alexandra Eala, the transition brings both opportunities and challenges. As a left-handed player, Eala naturally possesses several advantages on grass. Her wide slice serve can pull opponents far off the court, creating openings for aggressive first-strike tennis. Throughout tennis history, elite left-handers have often excelled on grass because of the difficult angles they generate and the uncomfortable patterns they force opponents to navigate. Originally, Eala's game was built around heavy topspin and long rallies, a style heavily influenced by her years of training in Spain. However, as her career has progressed, she has worked hard to adapt her game for faster surfaces. Rather than relying exclusively on spin, she now drives through the ball with greater authority, producing deeper, more penetrating ground strokes that are particularly effective on grass courts. Her shots travel through the court faster, giving opponents less time to react and allowing her to take control of points more quickly. Another area of significant improvement has been her movement. While she has always been comfortable defending and sliding on clay, Eala has adapted impressively to the demands of grass court footwork. She moves with compact adjustment steps, maintains excellent balance, and stays low through her shots, qualities that are essential on a surface known for unpredictable bounces and sudden changes in direction. Those improvements have played a major role in her growing success on faster courts. But all of those strengths will face an immediate test against Priscilla Hon. Standing across the net is a player who understands exactly how to make life uncomfortable for opponents. A competitor who arrives in Birmingham determined to prove that experience remains one of the most valuable assets in professional tennis. Priscilla Hon embodies the resilience, determination, and competitive spirit that Australian tennis has long been famous for. When people think about Australia's rich tennis history, they think of champions who thrived on fast surfaces and embraced pressure-filled moments. Legends such as Rod Laver, Yvonne Goolagong-Collie, and more recently Ashley Barty built their success on adaptability, aggression, and tactical intelligence. Hon is very much a product of that tradition. At 28 years old, she has experienced nearly every challenge the professional tour can offer. She has battled injuries, endured difficult periods of form, and spent years fighting her way through highly competitive draws around the world. Through every obstacle, she has continued moving forward. Her career-high ranking inside the world's top 100 demonstrated that her game is capable of competing at the highest level. Although her 2026 season has included several disappointing results, experienced tennis observers understand that rankings rarely tell the full story. Veteran players often become particularly dangerous when expectations are low. On paper, many would view Alexandra Eala as the clear favorite. She enters Birmingham with stronger recent results, greater momentum, and significantly higher expectations. But anyone expecting Priscilla Hon to simply step onto the court and accept defeat is making a serious mistake. Grass courts often reward qualities that cannot be measured by rankings alone. Instinct, timing, experience, decision-making. These factors become increasingly important when points are shorter and margins are smaller. Many of those conditions play directly into Hon's strengths. Her service motion is compact and efficient, allowing her to generate impressive pace while maintaining excellent accuracy. From both wings, she strikes the ball cleanly and flat, particularly off the backhand side, where she excels at redirecting pace and changing direction. On grass, those skills can become extremely dangerous weapons. Players do not always need overwhelming power to dominate matches. Sometimes precision, court awareness, and intelligent shot selection are even more effective. Han understands that reality better than most. She also understands the psychological landscape of this matchup. The pressure belongs entirely to Alexandra Eala. The spotlight is focused on Eala. The expectations are focused on Eala. The headlines are focused on Eala. Han enters with the freedom to swing aggressively, trust her instincts, and take calculated risks without carrying the same burden of expectation. That freedom can be a powerful advantage. The history between these two competitors adds yet another